Well, one Aussie mum has won a landmark case against her employer, Westpac, after the bank refused her request to work from home so that she could pick up and drop off her young daughters from school.
The decision could now have major repercussions for return to office mandates. So joining us to unpack this further is workplace expert Kim Seeling Smith, live in North Queensland. Morning to you, Kim.
Hey, Kim.
This is a really interesting one. It's generated a lot of discussion over the last 24 hours. So what more can you tell us about this case and how it was won in her favour?
Yeah, it was really interesting because they ruled that she had a very successful work from home track record. So she already had a track record. They knew that she could do it. They also said that the minimum benefit, and I love the wording there, the minimum benefit of them bringing her into the office, that they would receive from bringing her into the office did not outweigh the disruption to her life. Now, my words, not theirs, but that was the sentiment. And then what I found really, really interesting is that the reasons that they gave were not based on reasonable business grounds. And I think that this is where employers should really take notice because that's strong wording.
So, let's look at this then. What is this going to mean for both employers and employees moving forwards?
Yeah, it means that employers need to finally, after 5 years of this, they need to get their heads around managing a remote or primarily a hybrid workforce, because the research shows that it's not one or the other. The best productivity, motivation, engagement stats come from a hybrid workforce where they're working from home sometimes, they're working in the office sometimes. And employers have just really refused to embrace this, even though it's been shown that when they do, productivity goes up, everything goes up. So it means that they're really going to have to learn how to do it. And from an employee standpoint, employees, I think, need to have a good argument or a business case to put forward to their employers.
Okay, so let's expand on that. If you do feel that your boss might not be terribly open to these sort of flexible arrangements, how can a worker, an employee, approach a conversation with their boss without it becoming a career-limiting move?
Yeah. So the number one tip is do not threaten. Don't say, well, Westpac, just lost a case and I'm going to take you to court. Don't do that. Only ask if you're performing well already and suggest a structure and some reasonable outcomes that they can measure you by. Make a plan to collaborate with your teammates. Make sure that you're available to your clients if you're externally facing or to your teammates, and stick to your promises.
I just want to pivot to what you were just initially saying in that first part there with Westpac, and you mentioned them again. Do you think that's going to shape the way a lot of businesses are looking at this case now about how they're looking at work from home? There was this big sort of like post-pandemic, everyone was like, you have to be in the office, that's it, we've had enough. Do you think this is going to reshape how those businesses look at it?
I think it has to. Honestly, I think it has to, because they now know that they are on notice, that they can be taken to the Fair Work Ombudsman and lose a case. So I think that it absolutely has to reshape how they think about working from home in a hybrid workforce. They need to learn how to do it. And with that AI coming in, they need to learn how to not only manage a hybrid workforce, but a blended workforce of AI employees along with human employees.
Okay, so you say that you need to be able to prove that you are capable of working from home, that you're going to still meet your productivity benchmarks. How can you go about proving that you are capable of doing that?
For one thing, keep your promises. Be available when they need to be available. Try not to take calls from a kid's playground or someplace noisy. Be proactive. Check in regularly and come into the office when needed. It's not, again, the best case scenario is a hybrid workplace, not working from home 100%. So you need to be flexible, and you need to understand that this is a commercial decision for them. It's a life decision for you, but it's a commercial decision for them. So you need to meet them halfway on that.
You mentioned AI just then. Do you think this ruling is going to encourage employers who are looking at replacing employees with AI?
Yeah, this is what I'm really fearful of, quite frankly, because, and it's not as easy as it looks, as Commonwealth Bank will tell you. 95% of large-scale AI implementations fail. And one of the reasons is because it's a ready, fire, aim approach. So if they do take that approach to this ruling and say, well, that's all right, we're going to replace employees with AI, they may be biting off more than they can chew, and it may cost them a lot of money. And as we saw in the CBA case, a degradation of their brand, both from a customer and an employee standpoint. So it's a slippery slope, but yes, I am fearful of that.
Well, good luck getting the robots to turn up to the office.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
They
all I'll
literally
say.
work from nowhere.
Exactly right.
Hey, Kim, really great to get your insights on this story. It's been a big one this week.
Yeah.
We appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
No worries. Still to come on.